famous authors. Our special guest tonight is Margaret Atwood, the author of the famous novel, The Handmaid's Tale. Margaret has joined us all the way from Canada. Please give us a round of applause.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm quite excited to be here. I'm doing fine. How about you?
Fine, thank you. So tell us about the novel, The Handmaid's Tale.
Well, The Handmaid's Tale is a very special book because it explores the theme of women and suppression by society. It was awarded the 10 Most Talented Books in 1999. It is a fictional portrayal of a futuristic world known as the Republic of Gilead, where the United States government has been taken over by a religious dictatorship. My book has actually been banned in some schools because of the explicit sexual references.
That makes me want to read it even more. What influenced you to write such a novel?
One of my biggest influences while writing this novel was George Orwell's book 1984, which portrayed a dystopia. So from that book, I got the idea of creating a totalitarian society in The Handmaid's Tale. Also, since I'm a feminist, the theme of the novel revolves around feminism.
That is very interesting. So when and how did your career begin as an author?
Well, currently I've been writing for 35 years and I've written many volumes of poetry, fiction, and nonfiction. I first started writing at the age of 6. However, my writing career began when I was in university. At the University of Toronto, I met a literary critic who influenced me very deeply. Then I continued my studies of Victorian literature at Harvard, where I received my PhD. At the age of 19, I had my first writing debut with the publication of Double Persephone, which was a collection of poetry.
So inspirational. So tell me a little bit about your childhood and all that exciting stuff.
Are you really that interested in my life? Okay, well, here I go. I was born November 18th, 1939 in Ottawa. I was the second of 3 children. My father was an entomologist and my mother was a dietitian. I only started attending school full-time at the age of 11 because we moved around a lot. In my spare time, I would read all types of literature, from comic books to animal stories.
Sounds like you've had an excellent childhood. So what do you do nowadays?
Today, I am living in Toronto with novelist Graham Gibson and my daughter Jess. I am an active member of the Green Party of Canada. This has pushed me to become extremely concerned about our surrounding environment. I've made my home more energy efficient by not installing air conditioning. Also, I think the use of petrol should be banned, and therefore I use a hybrid car.
I think that's a great initiative you have taken. Well, our time is now up and it's time to say goodbye. It has been wonderful having you on our show.
It has been my pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, tune in next week at the same time and place, and a big round of applause for our famous author, Margaret Atwood.